Hey guys, it's Cuber and today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve a pyraminx. So this pyraminx is, this method is actually a method that I developed. I'm not sure if anyone else developed it yet, but this is my own method that I just developed. I developed this method first when I actually got hands on a pyraminx. So I could tell you the story later, but I'll just get right into the solving. This pyraminx is, well, my method has no algorithms needed. So it's really simple, and it's just intuitively solving the pyraminx. And the first step of solving this pyraminx is we're just going to match these edges. So these three pieces on one face is called edges, like over here. These things are called tips, like these little things over here. So first thing we're going to do is just solve all the tips. Because that's what I think everyone, like whoever just gets hands on a pyraminx, that's what they first do, right? So next step is we're just gonna try to match, I'll just do this, okay, so it's more better. I'm gonna try to match all of these edges over here, right? I'm not sure if this is fully scrambled yet, but I'll just, okay, so first thing we're gonna do is try to match these edges. So let's just choose red, okay? So I see this red over here, and red over here. So we're matching all of these, and you can see they're all on this layer over here, right? There's no red on this bottom little thing. So you know that all of the red are on one layer, and that's the layer you want to turn it to. So if they're all matching on one layer, right? That means this layer is the one that they're all going to match to, because I don't think you're really like, what is he talking about? But what I mean is, if you do this layer, if you put this up so they're both matching over here, it's just like a cross on the Z right there. We're just going to be like, I'll just like a cross, okay, whatever. Okay, yeah, like this. So like a cross. This is exactly what we're doing on a pyraminx. But instead, these pieces can't move from here to all the way over here. That's not possible. Each tip has has its own territory on this line. So if you match these two over here, right? And then you're just trying to match this one, but there is no red over here. That's not the right face to put your red cross on. The right face is where all of these, as I mentioned before, all of these edges are on the same layer. So that's the one you're going to put your layer on. So you're trying to make all of these red pieces on this layer over here. So we're just going to move this up. So this cross piece is correct. Move this up. So this cross piece is correct. And this up. So all of these are matching. And after we finish that, that's basically, we're done with a cross. Next step of solving a pyraminx in my method is solving a layer on a pyraminx. So I'll just show you what a layer on a pyraminx looks like. It's like this. So this is what a pyraminx looks like. This method is, well, doing this thing is just a regular beginner's method on a pyraminx, but that's what I'm going to be teaching you now. But the last step is actually what's different from the regular beginner's method. It just, no algorithms needed, and it's really simple. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to find the piece that goes between these two colors. And if you look at these two cross pieces that match, like this over here, so that's red and green. So that's how we know that there's going to be a red and green piece that's going to go over here. So I'm just going to go around this thing, the pyraminx. I'm going to look for a red and green piece, like this type of piece. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like, okay, this one. So red and green. No, this is blue and red. No. Yes, I found it over here. So this is red and green. This type of piece over here, like the one that goes over here. So we know that red and green has to go over here. So that means we're just gonna try to put this piece over here. So we're just going to put this piece on the bottom, like on the layer right on the bottom of it, because this is not good, because this piece is all the way in the back of it. That's not good. You want to put it in the front of it. And after you do that, whenever you see this piece that it's like the colors match over here, it's kind of like blended like to each other, that's good. So what we're going to do is, it's really simple. It's basically like we're like picking up a piece. So we're just going to put this down over here. Put this piece down, because this piece does not have the piece. Well, this layer does not have the piece in it. So we're not going to move this one over here, because it's going to affect this piece over here that we're trying to put over here. But instead, we're going to use this one, because there's no piece that we're trying to put over here. So if we put this piece down, right, we're just moving this cross piece down. And next what we're going to do is we're trying to match this over here. So we're just going to move this bottom layer right over here to match this. So now these are all matching together. So that's good. And then you just undo that move over here. So as you can see, we kind of kicked this piece out and replaced it with this one over here. And now as you can see, we've kind of finished this layer over here. So I'll just repeat it again because it might be a little confusing. So I'll just go over this one. So this one's red and yellow. Red and yellow. So we need to find a red yellow piece. Oh, I found it. It's right over here. So we're just going to put it on the bottom, not on the back, on the bottom of this piece. As you can see, they're not aligning. They're not, these two colors are not matching each other. So what do? Well, we just turn it one more time. And after you see that, if you turn it one more time, it's going to be matching over here. So these colors matching. Even though this color is not matching, it's just the place that you're facing. So now, instead, we're not going to move this one this time because this one has the piece on this side. Instead, we're going to move this one because there's no piece that, this is not the piece that we're trying to put in here. So we're just trying to preserve this piece. And then, so we're just going to move this down. Remember, we're basically just capturing this piece and putting over here from here. And these two are basically just going to swap places. So I'm going to put this down. And I know this piece needs to go over here, right? So I can just move the bottom layer. So if this piece is over here, I'm going to move the bottom layer that way. And if the piece is over here, I'm going to move the bottom layer that way. So like this. And now I just undo the move that I turned it like this. So now as you can see, we did 2 of them so far. And now let's go on to the next one. So next case is, well, I'll just try to make a different case over here. So if we look around all of these pieces, we can't find this piece red and blue. So if you look all of these pieces, there's no red and blue over here. But we just found it in the slot, but it's flipped. So what do? Well, we just take a random piece on the bottom and we just insert it over here. So you can either do this way or this way. It doesn't really matter. So I'll just do this way. So we're going to put this piece down. So we're just trying to take this out and then we're just going to place it back in like that. So we're just going to put this down, match this piece over here, like put it over there. And then you put it back up. So now we put this piece back here, but then this is not solved though, right? This is not the correct piece. Now we can just find the bottom layer. Now as you can see, this piece is back pushed out to the bottom layer. So we can just put it over here. But as you can see, these 2 colors are not matching because this piece needs to go over here, but it's not matching. So you can just turn it one more time till it's still facing you, but like these 2 colors are matching. Well, this color is not 2 colors. And then now, since you know that this piece is over here, we're going to turn this layer because it's going to preserve, because this piece, if you turn this one, it's not going to touch this one at all. And we're just trying to preserve it. So put this down. And since we put this side down, that means we have to move it toward this way. So that. And now we just put it back up. That's all. So as you can see, we finished 1 layer over here. Now I'll show you another case. Where these, even though this side kind of looks solved, but this layer is not solved yet. So what do is exactly what we did before with the flip piece. We're just going to take a random piece from the bottom and we're going to replace it over here. So this piece is going to go, over here. So we're trying to preserve this piece over here. Put this down, kick it out of its spot like this. So now this piece is not over here anymore. Now let's bring it back up. So you can see I placed a random piece over here. Now this piece is back in the bottom layer. And now, if you find this piece over here now, we can see that the red and the yellow is supposed to go over here in another person's piece. Well, the piece is supposed to be over here. So now, what do? These 2 colors are not matching because even though this is facing you, so we have to move it away. So it's like that. Now move this down, this side down, because this one's not holding the piece over here. So we're going to move this down, kick it out of its spot, and I'll move it back up. So now, we finished this piece. Now let's go on to the next one, red and blue. This one, so we're kind of lucky you already have this on the bottom, even because this piece is facing us-ish. And we're just gonna use this, because this one's gonna be preserved. So we're just gonna push this down, the other side down that doesn't have the piece over here. Push this down, push this piece away, and we're just gonna move it back up. So now we finish the layer. Next up to my, after we finish the layer, so we're just gonna kind of match up another cross. So as you can see, I made another cross over here. And what we're gonna do is just solve it again. It doesn't matter, we're just kind of gonna mess up this piece over this face over here. So we're just gonna put this over here. So I guess we can, I'm just gonna choose the yellow side now, okay? So now let's do the exact same thing. So you know that this piece, this yellow and blue needs to go over here, right? So we're just gonna try to kick this piece out of its spot and place this in. So as you can see, these two colors are not matching. So what do? We move this away. So this piece is still on the front face, but it just, these two colors are matching. And now since we don't want to move this layer, because if we move this layer, it's gonna like go away. Because when we're gonna move this layer, we're just trying to put this other piece that we don't even need into the slot. So we're just gonna move this one down, because this one does not have the correct piece inside. So move this down, move the bottom layer like this. So since we turn this side, right, we're gonna move it to that side, like that. And now we're gonna move it back up. So now these are matching over here, right? So now we can rotate, go to the next one. Since we're solving yellow, it's yellow and green. Yellow and green is right over here, right? So we can just, since these two colors are not matching, we can just move it away. And as you can see, I'm gonna move this one down because this piece does not have the piece on the bottom over here, the correct piece. So move this down, move this towards the place that you moved it down, and now I'll move it back up. So now what do? Well, we just kind of solved this again, but we messed up the red layer, right? But don't worry, it's like, why is this not solved yet? But it doesn't, don't worry, we're just gonna do the exact same thing again. So you know that this piece needs to go in this slot over here. So see this green over here, right? This green and blue needs to go in this slot over here. But as you can see, this piece in the front isn't, this color and the two cross pieces are not matching this color, so we can just move it away. So now these two are matching each other. Now you just move this down, put this like this, and then move it back up, like that. So I can see this is the correct slot. Now let's go into the next one. This is green and red. Where is green and red? Oh, it's over here. So I can see this is also in the front face, but it's already matched together. So we're not going to turn this one down. We're going to turn this one down because this one does not have the piece right over here. So we're going to move this down. Move this to the piece that move this piece to the place that you moved it down. And now you're going to undo that and move it back up. Now as you can see, well, yes, we're solved. So we can just do that last move and it's going to be solved. You can also, this method is really simple. You only need to repeat this part 1 or 2 times. So first you just solve one layer, and then you just go to the next side, and then you solve it, and then it can be done. Or you can just solve it like this. It's just kind of like luckish. It's kind of a little bit luck. So you just solve one layer, and then you go to the next layer, and then you go into the next layer, and that's it. So it's either 3 layers solved, like you repeat solving 3 layers over and over again, or it's 2. It's just kind of lucky. So I think that's what so that's how well, that's my method of the pyramid. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.